Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Greg Goodland. I'm the Fire Information Officer for the Royal Gorge Fire, and I work for the U.S. Forest Service. Again, I'll just recap the fire real quick for those that may be just joining us. The Royal Gorge Fire was reported yesterday at around 1 p.m. The estimated size of the fire at this point, it remains at 3,800 acres. We believe that there's been some perimeter growth on that, but the way we have done our estimate, it's continuing at 300 acres. We are reporting continued 0% containment at this time. I want to again reiterate what containment means to us, okay? At 0% containment, all that means is that we are 100% certain that we are not 100% certain that any portion of that line will hold under extreme fire conditions, okay? We have knocked a good portion of this fire down with some great firefighting work overnight as throughout the day yesterday, but we are not going to call any of it contained until firefighters feel more confident about that. Unfortunately, I am reporting 3 structures lost at this time. That's what we have confirmed. I know fire crews are attempting to get in there to make a better assessment of that at this time, and we'll officially report that, I hope, a little bit later today. Last night, the fire did lay down, as we say. It was less active burning. We conducted some significant burnout operations attempting to secure many of the perimeter of the fire, and we've reported great progress with that. Firefighters remained on what we call point protection, and that is protection of structures and other values at risk. The infrared flight that I referred to yesterday evening did not happen for whatever reason, so we haven't got that data to help us out with the actual fire perimeter. We hope to have infrared flight tonight. Today, we're expecting a little less active fire behavior, but make no doubt about it, with very low relative humidities, we will have some fire activity come up. Less winds though, but weather is a concern for us. In addition, there is isolated thunderstorms predicted possibly for the area, and those could pose significant problems for fire managers should they develop and produce the outdrafting winds. Evacuation orders that were in effect yesterday remain in effect today, and that is all of the areas east of County Road 3 and 3A on the west side of the park and south of Highway 50 all the way right here to the water treatment plant in Cañon City. Highway 50 will remain closed today from 1st Street here in Cañon City to Highway 9, okay? There will be less smoke currently visible, but make no doubt about it, that highway closure is very imperative to fire operations at this point. So we're hoping, folks, that, you know, if you just don't see the activity that you see yesterday, there's still great risk to the traveling public as the smoke comes up, as well as we need to make sure the firefighters are able to get in there and continue their perimeter work. The only concerns that we have today are the same that we had yesterday: the weather and the dryness of the area, the power lines, the high tension power lines, and the water plant here in Cañon City, as well as our #1 priority being life safety. I'd like to go ahead and ask everybody to wait for questions for a moment. Cañon City Mayor would like to make a statement, as well as the St. Thomas More Hospital, and then we'll go to questions from there. Mayor?
Hi, I'd like all of our citizens to continue about their daily business. We have not evacuated anyone from Cañon City at this point. We will do so if necessary via the reverse 911, and we will also canvass neighborhoods. We do have our safety officials out cruising through neighborhoods, making sure that the fire doesn't jump into our neighborhoods. So if you see those responders, that doesn't necessarily mean you're being evacuated. It just means that we're being very careful. We learned this morning that the fire crews are being very well taken care of. I've had a lot of people ask how they can help, and the best thing we can do to help at this point is to take care of our neighbors, keep an eye out for the safety of people and property, and if you want to make a donation, please contact the Red Cross because some of our evacuees from the outskirts of the area do need some help, and I think the Red Cross would take very good care of them. And they accept financial donations. And that's all I have. We'll answer some questions later.
Thank you, Mayor Greer. Also, a brief statement from the St. Thomas More Hospital, Jillian.
Good morning. First of all, we strongly stand behind the emergency responders, firefighters that are on the front lines to support them. The St. Thomas More Hospital Emergency Operations Center, we've downgraded to a standby mode, but we continue to monitor coverage and coordinate communications and any response we need at this time. Yesterday, we proactively transferred 3 inpatients, so those are patients that were already patients within the hospital, who had respiratory illnesses, to St. Mary Corwin Medical Center in Pueblo, our sister hospital, for precautionary measures, keeping the best interests of those patients in mind. Also yesterday, Progressive Care Center, which is the nursing home facility connected to St. Thomas More Hospital, they transferred 9 residents who had underlying respiratory conditions to Villa Pueblo, which is a nursing home facility in Pueblo. Again, that was a precautionary measure. We have now treated a total of 4 patients who have come through the emergency department who were experiencing smoke-related symptoms. 1 patient was treated and released yesterday, and 3 were triaged initially at St. Thomas More Emergency Department and then transferred to St. Mary Corwin Medical Center in Pueblo for observation and possible admission. Again, just a few health tips. We advise anyone who has respiratory illnesses such as asthma to stay indoors, keep the windows closed, and continue to monitor news coverage for additional information and any other evacuation.